Hey everybody, and welcome back to Age of Strife. So, the woman, the guard is fleeing. Luther, you are following right behind, with Arthur right behind that. But the woman gets to the crypt door, tries to bash it down to get in, and cannot make it. The soldiers show up behind her. She turns to face them. They have spears drawn. And she lets out a low growl as she quickly shape changes into the form of a half-man, half-wolf creature with long, sharp claws, big fangs, a protruding snout, ears covered in brown fur, and snarls loudly. The guards before her start to shake a little bit and back up away from the crypt, giving her a little bit of extra room.
Neil, the crypt guard there, by the way.
The crypt guard is on the inside, usually. The door didn't open when she tried to bash it down, so we'll see what's happening with the crypt guard.
Okay.
Luther, what is your action?
So Arthur's, how close is he behind me? Do I know?
I don't know, he's probably on the other side of the bridge. You've just made it across. The guards are backing up towards you now. Looking over your shoulder, Arthur is just about to hit the bridge. But the Thresher guard on the other side of the bridge, it looks like he's going to interpose himself between Arthur and you.
Oh, do I see that? I think they're gonna stop him.
Guard's not standing aside.
Okay, I let him through, and I'll pull out my throwing daggers. And can I throw at the werewolf past the guards?
Yeah, they've backed up to give plenty of room between her and you.
I'll say, "Fight her, fight!" And I'll throw a dagger.
Fight, he says from the back. Go forward, take the blows, let me stand behind you. Okay, let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Here's my Age of Strife. Nope, this is Age of Strife notebook.
During this, I'll have my spear readied and move towards the remaining people and look threatening and stare at them. And maybe say, none of the rest of you better start running.
Okay.
I'm not in this round.
So Tyler rolls a 5. Luther rolls a 9 for initiative. Arthur, I'm sorry, you go first.
Okay, I'm just running, trying to get over there.
One of the guards, the one on the bridge, interposes himself between you and them and says, "Stay back, it's dangerous!"
Okay, as I'm running up to him, then I pull my fur cloak aside and motion to my saber. I say, "No kidding, let me through."
Roll me a charisma check.
That's my worst stat. 8. Oh no.
So you do it a little awkwardly, probably. Maybe your voice
Voice
scrambles.
cracks.
Yeah, it cracks it. Let me through! But the guard seems more nervous than you are. He still stands in your way and says, "Dude, let them take care of it. There's trained soldiers. And one of the Thorn family members. It'll be fine. No need to throw your life away."
I'm his squire. I need to go up and go fight the werewolf with him.
He looks concerned, but he accepts that you're his squire and lets you pass. But that's going to be your action for this round, is getting past the guard.
Okay.
On the other side of the bridge, 9 for initiative. The werewolf goes first. She steps forward towards one of the guards and lashes out with her claws with a 15 to hit, striking one of the guards.
What a terrible guard. No chainmail and shield. Who is this guy?
For 4 points of damage, badly wounding it. And then it is your turn.
Okay. Dagger is being thrown. 13.
13 is a miss. Uh-oh. You guys are in trouble. These guards do not have very good HP.
Oh dear. You know, maybe some of those other 10 guards will come help eventually.
Okay. The guards take their turn. The 4 closest to her that can get good attacks make them. With all 4 missing. 2 of them stabbing at her, but, you know, just grazes that do absolutely no damage. Stefan, you're still at the forge and the battle has just begun. Make me a perception check at -10. It'll get less
Luther
weak
is
on
yelling
subsequent
on-
rounds.
I mean, I'm guessing that once people see the battle across the river, then they might draw attention.
Right.
So, last time?
Yeah, -10. Each round it'll be progressively easier to make. Yeah. So you're still hammering away quietly. Ginger?
I'm very, very frustrated with my father, so I'm pumping the bellows harder and the embers are going all over me, and yeah.
Ginger, the sheriff, and his men have stopped holding back the crowd, but they have now surrounded and are arresting all of the caravanners. They're not dragging them away, they're just arresting them on the spot and keeping an eye on their wares to make sure no one comes and steals anything in the chaos and confusion. What are you doing?
Upon seeing this, definitely all these caravan people are being arrested. No one's definitely making a run for it.
Right. The guards have disarmed the soldiers there at the behest of the sheriff and Kira Thresher. And the head of the caravan is calling out to her people, "Lay down your arms! If you want to survive through this, you just do what they say. They'll kill you if you don't." So her guards are putting down their weapons and cooperating.
I guess I'll give some of the people a mean stare as I run past them towards the river.
Okay. That's going to be a couple rounds to get there. So back on the river side of things, let's get some initiative rolls again.
I get 2 more dagger throws.
Oh, that's right. You do. Make them.
19.
That's a hit.
11.
That's a miss.
Okay. Do I clear by 5 with the 19?
No.
Okay. E3. 1 damage.
Lovely. Your dagger grazes her and falls to the ground beside. Initiative.
I think we lost Neil.
No, I'm still here. Initiative. I might have disappeared for a moment, but I'm back.
Okay. Am I
8.
close enough to
Yes.
roll my saber initiative, or should I keep running?
You can roll saber initiative. You're just in maybe a bit of a problem because there's people between you and her. You know, there's a couple of ranks of soldiers. There's 9 folks here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry, there's 7 folks, not including Luther, on this bridge towards her. So there's like 4 at front, and then there's 3 behind, and then there's Luther. So you could roll your saber initiative, but you're gonna have trouble getting to the front line.
Okay, sure. I'll do it anyways.
Okay. 9. All right, werewolf goes again. Strikes and rips apart the first guard, who falls to the ground in a bloody mess. The same one she wounded last round. The 3 in front go next. They make attacks. One of them scores a hit for
Nice.
2d4 points of damage. for 7 points of damage against the werewolf. The others miss, and a fourth one goes to join the ranks with another hit for 5 points of damage. And it is Luther's turn.
I'm throwing more daggers. 14.
14's a miss.
Okay.
Arthur, it's your turn. There's a sea of people before you.
All right. Yeah, I run up and I try to push my way through them. Trying to get closer to the werewolf.
Okay. The soldiers, guards, whatever you want to call them, are not letting you push past them. They've got spears and they're happy to hold their place in line in the second rank. Although I guess there's only 2 of them in the second rank, so you can be beside them. The bridge is not that wide. Okay. Initiative for the next round.
2 more throws.
Oh yeah, get your throws.
16.
16's a hit.
Another 1 damage.
Yeah.
And after I throw that one, I'll say, Arthur, more daggers.
Let's do initiative.
Should I make a roll?
Oh yes, please do. At this time, -8.
Oh, -8. That would be +1, which is meaningless.
Okay. Initiative.
Okay.
6 and 11. Werewolf goes first again. She's a fast one. That is another hit against one of the spear-wielding guards here, and she rips him to shreds. He falls to the ground in a bloody mess. The 3 in the front are a little more cautious now, and they're starting to back up towards the bridge against the people behind them.
Okay, I'll start yelling, hold! Hold!
Luther, your turn.
D20 plus 1. 21.
Nice.
There we go.
Oh, beautiful. That is a critical hit.
2d3. 4 damage.
Okay.
That one actually sticks in her.
Arthur, it is your turn. You could push all the way forward if you want, but the spearmen are backing up now.
I'm actually trying to get to Luther now.
You can definitely get to Luther. You are adjacent to him, as desired.
Okay. I just hand him the roll of throwing daggers he gave me way back when.
Yeah.
The 3 guards up front actually all hold their attacks. Or, I guess, ready their actions in case she attacks them. But none of them are going forward any closer to her.
2 more attacks.
Yep. Throw them.
18.
Hit.
And 20.
Hit! Oh, and yes, she did pass her saving throw for Steph on that first one. Okay, 4 damage, and... Alright.
Is that 20 a critical?
No.
No? Okay.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes, actually, roll. Give me another D3 in there.
3. That's a total of 11 damage that round by Luther.
Very nice.
Beautiful
The
work.
werewolf is bloodied. She's got like a spear wound here, a couple of daggers sticking out of her, but you notice that one of the daggers kind of like slowly slides its way out and then plops itself onto the ground.
Keep attacking, you fools! Attack!
One of the guards calls back, "It's not working! It has no effect!"
I've killed one before, just keep hitting it!
Give me an initiative roll.
On this round, whereabouts have I got
Oh,
to?
yes. Perception check from Stefan. Ginger, at the end of the round, you are most of the way to the bridge. You're like back over here-ish.
Okay, so I'll have to push my way through this round.
Okay, you pass. Did you say, Stefan?
Yeah, I passed.
We're not seeing the roll show up, but I'll believe you.
Third one up.
It's natural 16 plus 8, 24.
Yeah, I think my roll 20 is behind, maybe? Or stalled out?
I think you lagged a little bit. earlier.
Let's try just refreshing the page. Hopefully that'll fix it. There we go. There's the 24 that we're looking for. Perfect. So by now you hear the cries and the shouts, and you can look through the back of the shop to see a whole slew of soldiers on the bridge here.
Neil.
Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
Oh, there you are.
Hey, I don't know what is going on. For some reason I'm lagging out on Zoom, but not on stream. So, that's fun. Okay, so you can see the bridge and the soldiers on it. And Ginger, you're to the bridge. So let's roll initiative for the next round. What are you doing, Jeff?
I guess if the first question is, would I have my short swords on me? I mean, generally I've always carried them. I may not have today, is the issue I'm thinking of. Can I have a ruling or a percentage chance or something?
Well, do you think you'd carry your weapons to the blacksmith? I'll leave this up to you, to whether or not you're armed.
I mean, actually, as a fighter specialized in short swords, I generally carry them everywhere.
Yeah, if you take them there, you can maintain them there.
Yeah. That's fair. You can have them.
I would not have my crossbow though. So, can I look around the blacksmith shop? Would they have any ranged weapons?
Spears, javelins, basic throwing things like that, but no crossbows and no bows. There might be like a stash of arrowheads or crossbow bolt heads, but
the silver dagger that's been worked on, if it was going to be ready tomorrow, then is he just putting the finishing touches on?
Yeah, like the blade is done. It's a matter of just assembling the handle and attaching the pommel and all that sort of stuff. So it's not in a workable state, but it's mostly done. You could hold it by the tang if you wanted, but that would be really awkward.
Is it like a spike then? Like, could I just shove it into something?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a dagger with the handle. So you know how like a dagger has a blade, has a piece of metal that goes into the handle, and the handle's an enclosure that goes around it. So the enclosure around it isn't on, and the cross guard is created but hasn't been attached yet. So right now it's just like a long, skinny piece of metal that then comes down to like a little block at the back.
All right, so is that little block, is that sharp or is it blunt?
No, the block in the back is blunt.
Okay, right, okay. In that case, I'm just going to take myself, and my intention will be to head out and see if I can find a boat on this side or hail a fisherman.
Oh, that's a good question. Sure, we'll deal with that on your initiative. Can everyone roll for it? Roll for initiative?
Yeah.
How much?
I did already.
14.
I have 10.
Got it.
I have 12.
And I have 8.
Right. Okay, good. They were just on the above roll. So 8 is first. 8 is actually very first. So Stefan, you look across. There are indeed fishermen out there in the water. They seem to be watching the battle on the island. How would you like to get their attention?
Whoop.
Fucking hell, what is going on today?
Hmm.
What would you like to do? Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, now I
you
can.
break out a little bit.
How would you like to get the attention of one of the boaters on the water?
I'll just yell out to one, whistle and motion them over. If I can yell out to them, I'll say, "Oi, man, over here."
You get one of their attention. They look at you funnily, like, "What the hell is he talking about?"
I'll motion frantically. Can I? Is it too far to yell out?
No, it's not too far. They're less than 100 feet away from you. You could probably even have a full conversation with them.
All right, I'll say, come to shore. I need your boat, quickly, man.
He starts rowing over towards you, makes it there before the round ends, and then as he, comes to the shoreline, says, "What the hell you want? There's a fight going on over there."
Yeah, I jump into the boat and say, "Take me over there now."
Are you kidding? It's a werewolf.
In that case, get out, and I'll go take it from here.
But this is my boat.
Yes. Now get out, unless you want to lose your life.
He gets out of the boat, protesting, but doing it willingly.
I will ineptly start rowing over.
Okay, it'll take you a little while to get over there, but you can do it. What were the other rolls? 10, 12. The guards go at 11.
Did I go before them?
Did you? Oh yeah. Yes, 10 is better than 11. Go.
So I look over my shoulder for a second. Is Ginger is she close to me?
Yeah, she's going to be crossing over the bridge this round.
Okay, so I'll reach into my what am I wearing right now? I don't know. Reach into a pouch and pull out my vial of type K poison. And I'll start looking back at Ginger and yelling to her. I'll say, "Take this, take it."
Okay.
Okay, so I see him holding out something, and I'll consider it taking it when I'm closer.
Yeah, and I'll also be yelling to put it on your blade. So.
Okay. Excellent. The guards go at 11. The 3 in front are still holding their action. The werewolf goes at 13, so I think there's a 12 in there somewhere.
Yep, that's me.
That's you. Go for it.
All right, I'm trying to get closer to the werewolf and attack it with my saber.
You can push forward through the rank of guards if you'd like to. But then, since they're kind of all slowly filtering back and have these nice long spears, if you push through them, you will be the closest person to the werewolf.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and push through.
Yep. All right. So, should I just make an attack roll at him then?
Please do.
All right. 20. Not plus anything. There we go.
15 is a hit.
All right. I think saber was D8 or is it D6?
I think it's D8.
D8. Yep. D8 plus 1. There we go. Slash.
Okay. It is the werewolf's turn. And she attacks Tyler. I should say Arthur. With a 16 to hit.
Miss.
Scratches against your armor. You can see that her eyes are bright, beady red. Her jaws, or her teeth, are sharp, and there is saliva dripping from them. You notice her claws look like they should, or look well manicured, and there's blood dripping from where she's ripped into the guards before you. I think that's everyone in the party. No, Luther gets second attacks. No, you were playing with your poison this round.
I go last.
Yeah, right. I'm holding it out for Ginger.
14.
Ask me.
Right. So Ginger, you get up to Luther.
I get up to Luther and take the vial of poison.
Yeah. I'll be saying, put it on your spear, quick.
And I'm gonna squat down and open it up and put it on the silver spear.
All right. You poison the silver spear, and we roll initiative.
Just checking with this poison. Does it have an amount of uses?
1.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. And are we using the combat and tactics rules?
For what?
Can I declare a block against the werewolf?
Yes. If you'd like to block instead of attack.
Fancy.
Yep. I'll declare block with my primary attack. There we go.
Excellent. Just look up the block rules. He makes a normal attack against AC 16. Her opponent makes a normal attack against Erkla. Whoever succeeds with the... Okay, so since we have ascending instead of descending AC, it's whoever succeeds with the higher attack roll for us instead of the lower. Cool. So, what were the initiative rolls here? Here we go. 13, 11, 10, 6, and Werewolf goes first. So you get a block as she makes an attack. So make me an attack roll against AC 16. While she makes an attack roll against... Oh, shit. Is that a 19 for you?
Yep.
Unfortunately, she rolls a 23.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch indeed. So she goes past your attack and digs her claws into you. Actually, does 23 clear by 5?
Let's see here. Yes. Did she roll a natural 19 though?
She rolled a natural 18, which is eligible for critting.
I think I beat her. I think my block succeeds because. Actually, hold on.
So she rolled an 18 plus 5.
Yeah. Is it the roll that matters or the number?
When a character tried to block an attack, she makes a normal roll against AC 16. Her opponent makes a normal attack roll against her armor class. The strike is blocked if the character succeeds with a lower roll than her enemy succeeded with. If the attacker failed anyway, it's no miss. For example, with an adjusted Thaco of 14 with their longsword. That's where Thaco comes in. It's a bitch. I think we're just doing sum totals here.
Okay. Yeah, because if it's what rolls that matters, then I block. But if not, then he hits me.
Because they do. Because Thaco's a bitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if we're removing Thaco and AC goes up, I think it's the sum total of the roll rather than the natural roll that counts for the block. We almost don't even need the attack roll against the armor class, but I guess you must succeed by at least roll at least a 16 total. So she does crit you, and let's roll critical damage against Arthur. 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, and a saving throw versus death.
All right. Let me see. Sorry, D20. I think saving throw versus death is just on a D20.
Yeah, higher than or equal to.
Okay, well, fail.
That's a fail. So location is 5, and severity is 5. Let's figure out where that is. Critical hits. This is slashing versus humanoid. Location 5 is abdomen. Yeah?
Sorry, now looking at the rules, you have to succeed with a lower roll than the enemy succeeded with, so that block actually worked.
Right, but that's if you're using Thaco and a descending armor class instead of no Thaco and an ascending armor class. So the modifier for it is to make it whoever rolls the highest wins. But you have to roll at least a 16 to succeed in a block.
So she got a 23, right?
Yeah, she rolled an 18 plus 5 for 23. Because if we were using Thaco, then she would have Thaco 15 and would have rolled an... So if we were using Thaco, she would have succeeded as well because she rolled a 15. She rolled a lower number than he did. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, and her sum total was also higher. So regardless of which way we're doing it, her natural roll, her roll is better.
Sorry, my apologies. I was just trying to rule Slayer.
No worries, no worries. So, severity 5. Abdomen struck, victim stunned 1 round, reduced to half movement with minor bleeding. So you're stunned and probably knocked to the ground because you're stunned. Luther and Ginger, you see Arthur just go poof, down in front. The guards who are on the bridge pass their morale check and keep fighting. What is the next person on initiative?
Ginger had a 10, I had 11, Jeff had 13.
Right, so it is Ginger's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna step past these people.
Mhm.
Arthur's just fallen, so I can
Yep.
step over him and take a thrust into the werewolf.
Go ahead and make me roll to hit.
It's a
Ooh,
miss.
wild miss.
And let's see, we've got just checking. Luther, is he still standing a bit further back from daggers?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they've got about 10-ish guards back there.
There are 3 guards in the front rank and 2 in the back. Well, I guess there's 3 guards and you in the front rank right before the bridge, and then there's 2 side by side on the bridge, and then behind them is Luther.
Okay, that's my turn.
Luther.
Throwing more daggers. 16.
Hit.
2 damage.
Okay. And Stefan, you make your way almost all the way to the crypt on this turn. Next turn, you can hop out of your boat. The guards... they're still fighting. That is 1 hit with a spear for 2 points of damage. And then Luther gets his 2 more dagger throws.
Oh. Oops.
Ooh, wild misses, both of them. Okay. Let's roll initiative for next round. This round, Arthur is stunned and incapable of action.
Where is Arthur, like, relative to everything else?
He's on the other side of the bridge, or, forward across the bridge, maybe 10 feet off of it.
Mm-hmm. Is he, like, are there people in between him and me?
Yes, there are 5. Everyone's between you and him except for the werewolf. Okay. 14, 11, 12. Now let's check for this roll. Okay. You hear noise from behind you, from the south side of town. Luther, looking back, you can see it is the Wyatt family and Kel... What's her name? The one that just killed... Kel Jaina. The one who just fought the elves, coming forward. Okay. They will be getting to the back side of the bridge at the end of this round. Let's start with the party. Stefan, you have the lowest initiative. You go first. You make it to the island. You can ditch the boat, scramble up the side, and join the fray.
All right, excellent. Can I get into the combat? Or
Yes.
Yes,
So you can come up on the side of the werewolf.
Okay, very good. I'd also like to say that I do not have armor on,
Okay.
which makes things very fun.
At least you have hit points
Yeah.
this time.
I've only got 4 more than last time. I don't know if that particularly helps a great deal. No, I've got 3 more than last time. Anyway, so I get flank.
Yes, +1 for flanking.
Okay, do I get surprise?
No. I think the werewolf is fairly aware of the situation.
All right.
That's a miss.
Ooh.
Make me saving throw versus death.
No.
All right, cool.
Successful. I wish that was done in the opposite order. Second attack.
If only. Second attack is a miss as well.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, even with the +1. Next is Luther.
throwing more daggers.
Luther ties with the werewolf, but go ahead and go first. 9's a miss. The werewolf is presented with one spearman, that's Ginger, stepping forward, wielding a silver spear, which is very obvious.
It's very obvious, and probably obvious that it has a poison on it, or some liquid.
There's some liquid on it, and then beside her is Stefan. She has probably no care for Arthur, who's on the ground.
I'm at AC 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's see what she does. She decides that this is not a battle she wishes to engage in, and takes a full just move and run, giving you both attacks of opportunity against her.
Oh, please hit her.
8 is a miss, and 12 is a miss. Even with back attack bonuses, those are still both misses. She takes a run past you guys past the crypt, and like the werewolf before her, leaps into the water and begins to swim.
Whose turn is next?
Next would be Autumn.
Okay. So for a while, I hold my spear up high and consider throwing, and I'm like, no. This is a silver spear.
This is a silver spear.
So then I'm going to just run to the edge of the island.
Mm-hmm.
And shout the most offensive thing I know, which is probably just come back, you monster.
Ginger's such a soft, sweet soul. That's the most offensive thing she knows.
And let's see. There is a boat that Stefan just came off.
There is.
But no, I'm gonna just watch. That's it.
Okay. The werewolf starts to swim. The soldiers start collecting their wounded or dead and trying to drag them back across the bridge, while Jaina and the Wyatts race down the side of the embankment. What are you guys doing for next round?
Luther's going to yell at Ginger to go after the werewolf, and he's going to get to his knees and start tending to Arthur, I guess.
Okay, you start to tend to Arthur. Stefan, what do you do?
I'm gonna get in the boat and yell out to Ginger. We'll follow it.
I'm gonna look back at Luther and Arthur. Like, is Arthur okay?
He's fine, go.
Yeah.
Alright, gonna get in the boat and together we'll try and swim.
I think a rowboat is much faster than a person swimming.
Sorry, I'm going to deliberately not try and catch up to it, because the last thing I want to do is to have it capsize us when I can't swim.
We both can't swim.
Yes. So no, I'm just going to be shadowing it. So when it comes up to land, is the intention. If I'm the one wrong.
Okay.
If you are, I'll just convey that.
Sure. So you guys chase the werewolf down the side. The Wyatt family is coming along on the shore. The wolf doesn't go for the shoreline anywhere. It's going straight for the portcullis that keeps the flesh-eating carp out from the water of the town. It looks like she's going to climb the portcullis, which only comes out of the water a few feet. It's not too difficult to actually climb over it. You'd be insane to do it, because there's man-eating carp on the other side. So it looks like she's going to climb it.
I'll yell out. So is there 10 guards up there manning the portcullis?
The Wyatt family's running towards the portcullis side.
No, is there a guard over the portcullis?
No, there's not a guard on the portcullis yet.
Oh, okay.
No, there's only about 10 guards in the whole town, remember, and they're all in the market.
Yeah, but always before, they've always had the portcullis manned.
The portcullis is not... It's like manned by whoever needs to open it or close it. So individuals will go up and open it and close it. It's not always a city guard. They don't have the manpower to do that anymore. Once upon a time, they did. Once upon a time.
So if
I'll yell out to the Wyatts to get the portcullis open, get in the boat.
Open! They call back to you.
Open?
Do you want this thing dead? Up to you.
so this while this is happening, if Luther's noticed that Arthur's okay, he'll go to like the edge of the island where he can see what's happening.
He's wounded enough that every 10 rounds he needs to make a saving throw, otherwise he takes a point of damage. And he's at 1 HP right now, if I'm correct?
Yep.
So if his wounds aren't bound, he will
Well,
fall unconscious in 8 minutes.
okay.
But it shouldn't be too difficult. You're not a trained healer.
No.
All right, it would take an int check to stop his wounds from bleeding. I think.
31.
Yeah, you definitely stop it then.
Okay. Well, I don't know how long that takes, but if there's any chance at all, Luther's going to like watch what's happening and start like screaming at the top of his lungs to stab the werewolf.
Okay. The Wyatts get to the portcullis first before the werewolf gets to them. And there seems to be a discussion as whether what they should do. They don't have a way to follow. So some of them are going to go back and, seeing what you do, try and steal a boat and chase after it. And I think it dawns on them what you're doing as they do that. So they begin to lower the portcullis just enough that boats can pass through. And then they are trying to hop on a boat as well. So a few minutes later, the portcullis is slightly lowered. The werewolf has swam outside of the city and goes towards the north shore, over in that direction. You can dog right behind her, and she climbs out onto the shore. And does she turn around to face you? Oh yeah. So she climbs out onto the shore, dripping, kind of does a dog-like shake to get the water off of her, and turns around to face you guys, hunched over, breathing heavily, her claws bared, ready for you to pull up on the shore beside her, or in front of her, or whatever.
Ginger, that doesn't look good.
Oh, you had a plan, right?
No. No, actually, I didn't.
She growls.
Well, let's get onto some land at least. We're not going to fight it there. Look at that.
I think they're coming with more boats. Let's just shadow it. So let's just stand it off and engage it. And I yell at you, mangy cur. See, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. There's nothing worse than the smell of a wet dog.
The insults are traded, and the werewolf has a short grin on its face for a moment before it transforms into a four-legged wolf and bounds away towards the north.
Well, we can't beat that.
Yeah, I think you cannot outrun a wolf. I don't think I even need to look in the Monstrous Manual to know that.
Well, Ginger, you and I, we've successfully scared the werewolf off.
We defeated the werewolf.
Congratulations, sister.
Yeah, feels like a defeat though.
Okay. Slowly things come back to normal. Everyone comes back into the town. The portcullis is raised. The noble families are organizing their troops. And Countess Lorwyn arrives on the scene. She directs that everyone head to the town hall. The noble families and their soldiers head to the town hall, where we will have a discussion about what is going on. So everyone heads to the town hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Luther takes Arthur back to the house and puts him in his bed or whatever before doing so.
I'm all right. I can limp along. All right. I don't need to
Fine.
rest.
And Luther does gather up his. How many throwing daggers did I use? I threw 15 daggers. So I pick up my 15 daggers.
I don't know if you're going to be able to retrieve all 15. One or two of them was probably still stuck in the wolf when she jumped into the water, so those are lost. The other ones should all be lying around in the area. So let's say you can grab 13 to 15. Okay. Everyone heads to the main town hall, the town hall, to have a discussion. So why don't we take a break, and we'll have our first gathering of all the noble houses together for a problem of the town on the other side of our break. See you guys in a few minutes. Bye-bye.